I'm amazing at it. I'm so good at bragging. A piece in the Wall Street Journal dives into new research that found that boasting can actually work for you, but it can work against you depending on what it is that you want. So if you'd rather people like you, don't toot your own horn, don't do it. But if you would rather people see you as competent, then go ahead and sing your own praises. Competency, likability, different. So ladies, where do you stand on this? And we're talking about we talk about this on the show all the time. Women, we need to do a better job at tooting our own horn and telling people, this is who I am, this is what I'm good at, this is what I deserve. But people might not like us for it.
I think that you just said people might not like us for it, and I think the us relates to women. I think that, socially it's not acceptable to not be humble and to brag, but that is a much more heavy consequence that's carried by women.
Yep.
There is a big braggart that has orange skin and weird hair that just bragged his way to the highest office in the United States. Now, all he ever did was brag. I'm this, I'm that, I did this. His opponent was criticized for her bragging. Hillary Clinton, it's been written a lot by Rebecca Traister, who wrote a book called All the Single Ladies Came on Our Show, talked about the difference in how women are perceived, wrote an article for New York Magazine talking about how Hillary Clinton was dinged for bragging. Now, what was she bragging about? Her service in government for 30 years, what she did after 9/11, how she's helped women and families. People held that against her. And so we target women for bragging, and then we hold them back when they don't. Because according to a Forbes research study a few years ago, women prefer to deflect praise to their colleagues, those are often men, and in deflecting the praise, they are slower to advance in companies. That slower advancement, according to Forbes, sometimes amounts in certain industries to $1 million in salary lost for women over the lifetime of their careers. So, if you are a woman and you brag, you are criticized for it. If you don't brag, you are punished for it. Where do we go from here? Well, my philosophy is, well, let's just get more comfortable with bragging. So why don't I start? Last week, I was named one of the 100 most powerful women in Canada. I'm going to brag about. I run a company with my husband called LaineyGossip.com. All the writers on our website are women. All the writers on our website are women, and these are the cultures that are represented: Chinese, Middle Eastern, Black Canadian, First Nations, Jewish, and me. and Caucasian. I would like to brag about the diversity of Lainey Gossip, my company, because if you brag about things like diversity and not just financial gain, perhaps other people will see that diversity is something worth bragging about. And if diversity becomes something worth bragging about, then more people will want to seek diverse workplaces so that they can brag about it, and maybe diversity can be something that everybody can share. So,
Lainey, not only should you brag about it, you should be about it. I mean, everything, you are what you are. You're a role model. All of you are, and people can see that. And that's my thing, I don't want to say a lot. I want to do a lot. So if you look at what I've done or what I'm continuing to do, whether it's career-wise, with my family, with whatever, then you'll see who I'm about. I don't need to tell you 24/7 what I'm about. My work speaks very, very clearly about what I'm about. Very clearly. I will say this, that I am so proud to be on this panel with you guys, because I look at you and you're first in so many ways. You developed this show. You, Melissa, came up and said, maybe this could work. 4 years later, and 800 shows? I don't know, I just got here. That is amazing. We know, Lainey. Sin. One of the kindest people I know. Your website. You're going to school. You're raising a kid. You're doing all of this. Amazing.
Okay, can we just start it? Hang on, I need to interject here. Thank you for that. But we had the recent pleasure to be out for dinner with Miss Marcy Ian last week, and she was sharing something that I don't think a lot of people know, but that she